Ghana's economic growth has made it one of Africa's success stories. However, there is more work to be done. To consolidate its prosperity, Ghana needs to add value to its agricultural products and meet market requirements. The key? Quality.
Economies with high export potential like Ghana need an improved quality infrastructure. Having strong institutions not only will improve access to markets and overcome technical barriers to trade, but also contribute to the improvement of domestic quality, safety, health, and consumer protection.
One of the biggest constraints so far is to produce products which correspond to the international quality requirements. And that's the reason why we started to team up with UNIDO and the Ghanaian authorities.
UNIDO, SECO, and the government of Ghana have partnered to help the country become a competitive force in global trade. The formula is simple. Strengthen national institutions so that they can supply quality-related services, support local companies to adopt quality standards, establish a national traceability system for export products, and upgrade product testing laboratories.
What we've done under this project is to address these areas by first developing the supply side capacity and competitiveness and setting up credible conformity assessment bodies that can assess the conformity of products for the export markets.
The results of the project are remarkable. Local producers now have standards that govern both the quality and safety of their products. Their exports can be traced back to the farm. They receive reliable certification services for ISO 9001 and ISO 22000 management systems.
The intervention areas are first the development of standards, which has been carried out by the Ghana Standards Board. The Ghana Standards Board has now developed over 30 standards according to international best practice.
Government of Ghana and UNIDO and SECO has been, they've been helpful to us in so many regards. Standards are the building blocks for quality and safety for products, services. And for that matter, as an institution, it's incumbent on us as the nation's quality infrastructure statutory body to make sure that goods from Ghana to European Union and other parts of the world meet the standards.
The second area of intervention is the setting up of a system certification body, and this has now been done to the extent that the body is in a position to be assessed by external assessors.
UNIDO realized that it will be very beneficial for Ghana and indeed for West Africa if we had a national certification body. So they actually have sponsored the establishment of the department. Another key thing is that if you have a certification body, you must have companies that are ready to apply for the certification. So UNIDO has actually helped 10 private enterprise companies to prepare their documentation and their system up to the standard for us.
We didn't have before working knowledge of the standards, the 22,000. We didn't know of the 9,000. Now, before, we couldn't reach out to big chocolate manufacturers because they wanted to see that you had an international certificate. But now we are able to say, hey, we have a 22,000 certification, now we can sell to you. And then we are also able to compete.
The next area of intervention is in the area of traceability. And what we've done is to set up a national traceability system under the Ghana Export Promotion Council.
Practicing traceability is a global quality standard requirement. And most of our exports are done in the EU countries. And since it's a requirement, we want our exporters to conform so that they can be able to market their products and be more competitive.
We are now advertising ourselves using the traceability as part of our dealings. We can even publish or print out the traceability report and add it to their documents so they can really see where the raw materials came from the stages that it went through the processing and how it was packed and how it was shipped to them, so that then that will give them the confidence.
Ghana's newly strengthened quality infrastructure draws on the best international methods to test food, beverages, and drinking water for toxins and pesticides. This, together with recently introduced legislation, marks a major step towards ensuring food safety. An added bonus is the low costs of test services provided by local accredited laboratories. Expensive retesting in buyer countries is no longer required.
The next area of intervention is the setting up of laboratories in the areas of microbiological testing, pesticide residue analysis, mycotoxin lab, seed testing lab, and textile testing lab. The microbiological testing lab and the pesticide residue analysis lab have been assisted to acquire ISO 17025 accreditation, the first of its kind in this part of the world.
The UNIDO Trade Capacity Building Program has helped Ghana Standard Board, and in particularly the microbiology laboratory. It has helped us attain accreditation. Before then, if you are not accredited, you do things anyhow because you don't document a lot of your work. You do it as and when it comes. But with accreditation coming in, everything that you are doing, you are required to document it. And that helps to reduce a lot of errors occurring in the system. Now, our results will be accepted everywhere. So it will help the local industries to produce better and quality products, which can be compared with imported products. So I think exporting products will be much more easier if they have certificates from our laboratories.
The last area of intervention is to assist the Plant Protection and Regulatory Services Directors of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, PPRSD, to become the nominated EU competent authority in horticulture. Now that these bodies have been set up, system certification body, the accredited labs, the nominated competent authority in horticulture, the national traceability system, now that these services and bodies have been set up, the next stage, of course, is to sensitize and bring awareness of these facilities that exist to the farmers, the traders, and the exporters.
Our assessment is a very positive one. We see that there has been developed a lot of activities which really support the areas of norms and standards and conformity assessments. We hope that Ghana is now able to implement these areas and are trying now in the next phase to support the development of new areas where we could team up and join forces.
As all elements fall into place, Ghana is a step closer to living up to its potential. Market leader in supplying food products to international markets, assuring growth and wealth creation for its people.